Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video you will learn how to create a web automation using Excel VBA. So here we have taken the example to fetch the information from Amazon website and Flipkart website. For example, we have different search keyword here and then we want to fetch the price for let's say iPhone 11 Pro Max or iPhone 12, Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So we have given some keywords here. Now I want to fetch the price from the Amazon.in and from Flipkart.com. So I have created this program. If I will click on this start button, first it will open Amazon.in and start searching these keywords on Amazon. Then it will fetch the price and it will provide the product name also, what is text available on Amazon website. Once it will fetch all the information from the Amazon.in, then it will open the Flipkart.com and it will fetch again the same information using these search keywords. So let me click on start search. Now first you can see it is opening the Amazon.in. Now it will put first keyword and it will fetch the information put on the Excel sheet. Then now you can see it is putting the second keyword, then the third one, and we have put only 3. Now it has closed that window and it has opened the Flipkart.com. Now it is searching on the Flipkart. And now you can see it has fetched all the information. Friends, objective of this video is to explain you how to fetch the information from a website using VBA. Now I'm going to explain how we can write down the code to fetch the data from Amazon using some keywords and how to fetch the data from Flipkart. I'm going to add a new workbook here. Press Ctrl N. And in this workbook I'll start writing my code. So first let me copy this as it is and we can paste it from here, and let's delete the information which is already there. Now we can save this file as macro enable. So let me save this file as macro enable. Save as, save on desktop, and here we will select Excel macro enabled workbook. Alright, so now we will start writing our code. Let's go to the developer tab and click on Visual Basic, or you can press Alt F11 also. Now here you can see Visual Basic editor window has been opened. So inside the bookmark we will insert a module here. So let's insert this module, and first we will create a sub procedure to fetch the information from Amazon.in. So let's put here sub fetch from Amazon. Press enter. First we will take the worksheet variable dim sh as worksheet. Then we will set sh equal to active sheet. Now I will take dim I as integer. Now I would like to tell you we will add few reference here. So I'll go to the tools, then I'll go to the reference, and we will add the reference for Microsoft Internet Control, this one, and Microsoft HTML Object Library. So friends, these are available on the top just because I have used in another workbook which is already opened. Otherwise you may get it in somewhere here. Alright, so let's check and click on OK. Now here I will take dim IE as Internet Explorer, this one, and I will take let's say HTML underscore doc as HTML document, this one. Press enter. Now I will set IE equal to new Internet Explorer. So it will open a new Internet Explorer window and I want to make it visible. I'll use IE.visible equal to true. Now we will put our URL here. What URL we want to run. So I'll use here IE.navigate space, then we will put the URL here. So URL I will put let's say first www.amazon.in. Alright, so now let me run this code and I will show you what will happen. It will open an Internet Explorer window and it will open the Amazon.in here. You can see it has opened the website. Now we will start putting the keyword in this box, then we will click on this search button like we do manually. So to do that we need HTML information of this box and this button. Either we can get the ID or we can get the class name. So we will see what is available there. So friends, if you are familiar with the HTML tags, then definitely it will be easy to understand. Otherwise, I will explain you what is the ID and what is the class. So friends, ID is the unique one which can be used only once in HTML page, and class can be used multiple times also. So let me click on this setting button and then I'll go to the F12 developer tools, or you can simply press F12 here. As soon as I will press F12 or click on this button, this window will be opened. From here we will get the ID of this box or the class of this box. To get this, the easiest way is simply click on this select element button, and then over here you can see some lines are there, and just click. As soon as you will click there, HTML code will be selected for the relevant element. So here we have this information which is input name. I want to see first ID. If ID is there, if ID is not there, then we can go by the class also. So first let's see the ID. So ID is already there. So what I will do, I'll copy this. Let's copy this. Then I will go to my VBA. First of all, we have to make sure this website has been loaded completely. So I will put a loop here, do until, and I'll use here IE dot ready state equal to ready state complete, and here I will put loop. Here you can put do event, so you can do anything on the Excel. And this page is loaded completely, this loop continuously will be running. Alright. Now here I will use a for loop for I equal to, and then I will use from row number 4 we will start searching our keywords. So from row number 4 till the end. So I'll use 4 2, and to get the last row I'll use ss.range a and application.rows.count dot end Excel up. So this will be my last row on active sheet. So we are going to run a loop from row number 4 till the last row on column A. Here I will use next I. Now first of all I will put search keyword in the search box. Let me set html underscore doc. This is the variable which we have taken, equal to, we will use here IE dot document. You set here. Now that search box available on this HTML doc. So I'll use here HTML doc dot get element by ID. We know the ID now. So I have already copied that ID. It is available here, this one. So just copy. Now in the inverted comma I will paste this here, and I'll put here value equal to, then we want to put the value in this search box, and that value will come from column number 1, column number A, and row number I dot value. And once we have put this keyword there, then we will click on this search button. So we want to get the ID or class of this search button. So now to get the ID or class name of this search button, we will click on this select element button first, then we will click here. So now this is the class name, you can see here, but the ID is not available, so we will take the class name. So friends, as I have told you, class name can come multiple times in this document, so we have to check. So we can find the same class name here, press enter. So we can see the first time it is coming here, and we will press again, then next time it is coming on that button. So the index of the class name will start from 0. That means we have to put the class name index here 1, because it is coming on the second position. So what we will do, we will go to the Visual Basic, and here we will put HTML doc dot get element by class name. Here we will put in the inverted comma same class name which we have copied from there. Then we will start the bracket again, and we have to put the index number here. So we know it is coming on the second position. I'll put here 1 because index will start from 0. Then I will put here click. Alright. Now let me show you. Let's close this. And let's run what will happen here. And for now, let's put the loop 4 to 4. Let's search only one keyword there. Let's put the comments here, and here just put the 4. So let me run. It will open the amazon.in until it is completely loaded. Then it has searched the iPhone 11 Pro Max, the first keyword. You can see it has clicked also. That's why it is showing all iPhone 11 Pro Max. Alright, so it is working perfectly. Now, we have to get the information from that page and we have to put that information here on the Excel sheet. So let me run this once again and let me open the similar page. And here we'll go to the first search. Again, let me go to the developer tool, press F12 or click on this button and we will get this text and this amount. So let's get this text first. So I'll click on select element button. Then I will click on this title and it is coming with this class. So we can copy this class and let's search. This class is coming on the first position or on which position. So let's go to the top first and search from the top. Just paste here, press enter. We can see it is coming on the first position. So we can go to the VBA and here we will put sh.range and we will start putting the value on column number V and I dot value, and here we will use html underscore doc dot get element by class name. In the inverted comma we will paste that class name and we know this class name is coming at first position, so I'll put here 0 in the bracket as index number. Then I'll use here inner HTML. Alright, so it will give this inner value coming inside this class. Now we will get the price. So this is the text. Now we'll get the price. So price is this one. So click on this select element button first and just click on this price. Now price is coming with this class name, a price hole. So let me copy this same code here and let's paste this here, and here we will change as C. Then we will change this class name. So just copy this class and change this class name and paste this here. Alright, now we can close this and let me run this. Let's see the result. Alright, so it is giving some error and it is saying it is not getting this particular variable. So sometime what happens, friends, when we click on this button, so immediately entire HTML page might not be ready. So when you click, so let's put this code so that your HTML page is ready. So let me stop this and let's close this and let's run it again. So again it is giving the same error. So let's put here some wait time. Let's see first manually if I will run, then you can see it has run successfully and it is giving the values here. So when we wait for some time, then in the back end the HTML code was loaded properly. So we can put some wait time also here, like application.wait. Then time we will put here from now plus let's put 2-second time. So I'll use here time value formula and in the inverted comma I'll put 0:00:02 for 2-second wait time. Alright, now let me delete this 4 and make it dynamic and it will search once again. So let's close this and now let's run, or let me delete which already has searched. Now let's run this code. So it is opened the Amazon. First it is searching iPhone 11 Pro Max, then it will search iPhone 12, yep, then for Samsung Note 20 Ultra. Yes, it has searched properly. Now we'll see whether it is providing the result or not. So let's go to the Excel sheet. Yes, it is giving the proper result. But once the search is completed, this HTML page or the Internet Explorer window should be closed. So what we can do, we can put here after the loop ie.quit. Alright, so it will close that HTML window. So this fetch from Amazon is completed. Now we will copy this same code and we will paste this here. Now this time we will fetch from Flipkart.com. We have pasted the same code, but here this time I will put fetch from Flipkart. and we will make some changes here. The first thing, this time we will fetch from flipkart.com. Rest code will remain same. The only difference is we will change the class name, and of course the website is different, then the class name and the IDs will be changed. So let's open that page first, then we will see what changes we have to make. We have to put the value here, column D and E also. So I'll change here column D and column E. I have put the breakpoint here. Let's run this. Now it is opening the flipkart.com. Now we have to get the ID or class name of this box and this search button. So I'll use the developer tools. Click on this select element button and just click here. So we have got this code, and just see the class name is there, but we don't have the ID. So let's take the class name. We can check the position of this class name also. So just go to the top and start searching that. Paste and search. It is coming on first position, we can see, and even it is coming only once in this page. So we will paste this class name here, and we will use this code get element by class name. So just paste here. This is the class name, not the value. We have to provide the index also for the class name, so we'll provide the index as 0. Alright, now we will get the class name or the ID for the search button to click on that. So I'll use this select element and just click on this search button. Now we can see this is the class name. Alright, and we can again search it. If it is coming on the first position, it is coming only once. So let's paste this here. Since it is coming only once or on the first position, I'll put here 0. Alright, so now let me close this. Let's stop this. This time I'm putting the breakpoint here so that I can get the class name of the product and the product price. Let's run this. Alright, so this is opened. It has searched successfully, you can see. Now let's go to the developer tool and let's just click here on this select element. We want to show this name first, so just click here. We can see the class is this one, so just copy this class, and again you can check if it is coming on the first position. It is coming on the first position for the first product. So let's put this here. In place of this class name, we will put this class name. Now let's copy the class name of this amount also. So just click here. This is the class name which is coming for the amount, and we can see if it is coming on the top. Yes, it is coming on the top. So let's paste this here. Stop this, and now let's close this window also, and we will search from the starting for Flipkart. So let's run for all products. Yeah, search is completed. Now let's see the Excel. Yes, it has put all the values here. Alright friends, so friends, that's how you can create the search from Amazon and Flipkart. Now you can create a quick macro to run both the macro together. So here you can put sub, search, and we can put, let's copy this one, paste. We can make a stop also. Let's say if you are running multiple search keyword, and if you want a stop button, if you want to stop the search, you can click on that button also. So for that, what we can do, we can check if the value of A1 is 1, then search will start, and if the value is 0, then search will stop. So by default, when we will click start search, the sh.range A1 dot value, let's put here 1. Alright, and we can put the stop here inside the loop also. So we will put if sh.range A1 dot value equal to 0, then exit sub. The same thing we can put on Flipkart search also here. Alright, Now I will call, first of all, fetch from Amazon, then I will call fetch from Flipkart, and then I will put some message box. Done. Alright, so this is for the start. I'll create another small macro to stop search, and here we will simply take, let's take this code and just paste this here, and I'll put ss.range a1.value, and we will put here 0. So if we want to stop the macro in between, we will put a1.value equal to 0. So what will happen if this loop is running and you put the value as 0? So inside this loop, every time it will check if the value is 0, then it will exit the sub procedure. So this is for the stop one. Now we will create a small macro to clear the seat. So let's copy this one and just paste this here. Let's keep the name as clear seat, and we will take ss.range from b4 to e, and we can use application.rows.count.clear contents. Alright, so we have created all the macros. Now let's save this file. Go to the Excel workbook, go to the view and remove the grid lines from here first. Then go to the insert and we'll create few buttons. So go to the shapes, insert this rectangle, drag this rectangle here, right click, edit text, put here search, align this center. You can change the style if you want. So let's take some style here. So I'm taking, let's say, this one, and right click, assign macro, and go to this workbook. So we will assign search. Now right click, copy and paste, and this we will create for stop macro. Right click, assign macro, and we will put here stop search. Then right click, copy and paste, and this time we will edit and create this one for clear seat. Just right click, assign macro, and this time we will assign clear seat. So let's click on clear seat first. Then you can see the seat has been clear. Now I'll click on search. Then you can see the search process has been started. First it will search from the Amazon. It will put all the keywords available on your search keyword column. Then it will start searching from Flipkart also. Alright, so now it has opened the Flipkart, you can see. So friends, that's how we can search from a website, or we can fetch the information. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Friends, if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for watching.